Hey, welcome back. It's day 2 of the Dopamine Detox. I just want to put this out. If this is your first video in your introduction to the series, go back to the introduction video and work your way back up to this one, starting with that one. But watch every video a day apart. Okay, so I gotta know the ground rules. Watch video 1, you'll figure out what you're getting into, and you will be able to make your choice if you want to stick with this challenge or not, okay? It's hard. It's worth it. Hopefully, it'll make your life better, okay? All right. Day 2 is, unlike what I said yesterday, it's actually the hardest day, I think. I think it's the hardest day. I think day number 1 is the most abrasive, where you're, the anxieties and fears that have been ingrained and coded into you by, big tech companies and other BS. That comes out. And what I mean by that is, you're afraid of deleting apps, even though you can get them back in 6 days, but you're still afraid, right? It's a bunch of, dumb modern-day garbage that we do. Honestly, dude, I could do a 2-hour-long rant on how much I hate the modern day. But that's not helpful, and honestly, that wouldn't even help me. It would just make me upset. Right? Everybody knows, reject modernity. Everything sucks. Oh, the world's ending. Or whatever. Right? And I know there's problems in the modern day, and you don't necessarily need to hear me talk about how much they suck. I just sometimes, right now, really wish I could just yell about something, and that would be the thing. Nonetheless, all I'm saying is, if you had a problem with the first step, then the Matrix gotcha. The Matrix has ya. Yeah. As you. Like I said yesterday, dude. And if I might make a video later this week, maybe talking more about, the semen retention part of this. But the big tech companies and corporations and conspiracy theory, potentially the government? ? I don't know. Whatever you believe in. Whoever has all the power, which is not me, unfortunately. Dude, if I was king of the world, it would be awesome. But whoever has the power has all of us by the throat and the balls, okay? We are fiends. We are goons. We are consumers. We are sponges of stuff, but we don't give anything back. Right? We are chained by our own vices and addictions that have been fed to us. So, again, I'm just saying this maybe to kind of get you fired up and angry, because that's why we're doing this detox, is to fix that. All right? There's a lot of things against us guys in the modern day, and women are catching up in terms of problems. Women have always had problems, right? And someone's going to say, we have problems too. We've always had more problems than you. But it just seems like nobody's safe anymore. There's just no there's no equality, but there's no inequality. It's just a cesspool of lots of issues. And that's, again, we're here today and this whole week to just take it one step at a time and eat a chunk out of it every day. Okay? I've rambled. Hopefully you're yeah, don't detox. F you, big corporations. And if that's what you're saying, then I'm all with you. Okay. Day 2 is the hardest day. Is where I'm going with this. Day one's abrasive and it's scary. Day 2 is the hardest. Why? Because now that you've taken all these things away from you, you realize how much of a fiend you were. At least in my case. Today it was sugar and just having a high sex drive also. And I've been eating 4 eggs a day for the past 4 days, maybe even 5. So it adds up for sure. You notice it adds up when you spend over half of your day solid rather than not. And it catches you off guard and it can be distracting. Nonetheless, it's healthy though. That's healthy. If you disagree, then you're unhealthy and balding because you have low testosterone, okay? That's a sign of high testosterone. That's a sign of being healthy. I guess it's distracting, but I'm also just a weak post-modern incel or what. Dude, I hate not only okay, I'm joking about that, by the way. Not only am I not a fan of the problems we have in the modern day, obviously. But I also don't like internet culture and just like the buzzwords we use, and I am guilty for using some of them, but like postmodern, whatever that means, I don't like it. I think that sounds stupid. And the same with like incel, what do they call it? The incelosphere? Shut. Dude, it's just a bunch of words. Just words. Okay. Don't be on the internet, by the way. I found out about this stuff through weird means. It's not even usually like from being on YouTube. It's like I'll hear someone mention it in a podcast because the internet has a whole community or whatever. But I'm rambling. I need to talk, dude. This dopamine detox, man. I got stuff on my chest. So, anyways, I was a fiend today for sure, and it was hard. I was fiending for sugar, especially the latter half of the day, and I made an okay choice. I didn't eat any processed food, but I ate my honey vanilla Greek yogurt with frozen berries again. So I had that for lunch today, and then I had it for dinner because I was fiending, okay? Like, also, by the way, in case you didn't know, fiending is, I'm using it sarcastically, but I don't have a better term, so I'm going with it, okay? I'm not being very genuine here, but just, it's funny, it's entertaining. Nonetheless, that's okay. It's healthy, but that's a lot of milk for one day. I did have a lot of protein today, so that's good, but that was too much, man. And also, yeah, like I just wasn't ready, like mentally prepared for the wave of like, what I described earlier with the testosterone, right? So it's been a battle, and I'm tired. But that's what day 2 is like. Day 2 is the day where whatever you're susceptible to most might shine through. So today could have been very boring. Today got boring towards the end for sure, simply because I made poor choices, mostly in terms of eating, earlier in the day that caused me to just waste away my latter hours of the day. Because after I finish this video, dude, what am I going to do? Go to bed? I'm going to do yoga and then go to sleep. That's it. So I honestly, today I left a lot on the table. And that's because, again, like I ate lunch, which is a big cope. I need to stop eating lunch. It's not helpful to me in any way. So that's my lesson for today. Like, I'm not eating lunch for the rest of the week, because I understand that doesn't help me. It hurts me mentally. It makes me weaker and more complacent. But what we're going to talk about for the next couple minutes of this video, your practice for today, and then we'll be done with you, and you can keep on. If you have questions, again, put them down in the comments, and talk to each other, talk to me. Awesome. Okay. The biggest thing I could have done, and you could do as well today to further your progress and ease your burden, and like to plant your feet into the ground more to like combat urges and temptations. Oh, see, I just failed at it. It's proper breathing. Okay. Now, when I talk, I don't breathe properly. I can make a whole video about breath work and what I'm learning, and that's better. Breathing is a really interesting thing. To keep it simple, one, I'm going to tell you this. Since you're on Dopamine Detox, you have an exception to watch YouTube, and that's Andrew Huberman. Please. That's what I want you watching. If like you really don't have anything to do. There is stuff to do, by the way. I felt like I don't have anything to do, but I'm being a lazy scrum bug. Like I'm just wasting time, right? So like if you can't tell, I'm kind of upset with myself right now just cuz like I'm not living up to my potential. But I also need to understand, like, this is what the detox is for, is by the end of it, I should be more capable of living more fully. And just right now, I'm not, right? So I got to be okay with that. But it is also good to be mad, because if you're not mad, then you're not going to change, okay? There needs to be a level of discomfort. Or not even distaste. There you go. Okay. All I'm going to tell you is this. Okay. Start off. We all breathe incorrectly nowadays. Now, did we breathe better in the past? I actually have no clue. But there is a proper way to breathe. It's been scientifically proven. Andrew Huberman has made very long podcasts about this. And I just breathed incorrectly again. You should breathe with your nose like 95% of the time. And like you can breathe through your mouth. You breathe through your mouth when you're talking, but that is like bad mannerism. That is see, that is poor. What do you even call this, dude? I'm gonna call it engineering. We've been engineered this way. No, conditioning, bad conditioning. I'm doing it again, dude. We've been conditioned, and I have this huge problem. We've been conditioned to talk fast and to talk over people and to talk anxiously. That's why we breathe with our mouths, because we're trying to get our message across very quickly. It's because we're worried that someone's going to talk over us, and we have low self-esteem and so low self-respect. So we got to get it out really quickly and overpower them in terms of volume. That's bad conditioning, okay? We've been conditioned that way. And that's not necessarily anyone's fault. I mean, that's how families are. We argue about stuff or school, just all kinds of situations you'll find yourself in life, growing up and all that. You're gonna start to talk. Let me show you what it's gonna be like. You're gonna talk like this, and you're gonna breathe with your mouth, and you're gonna talk excited, and you're gonna talk fast, and that's not how a powerful person talks. That's not how a person who is in control speaks. Okay. So that's just a sign of anxiousness. But the other big thing, breathing through your nose, and also it starts with the nose and then we'll go down. Breathing through your nose and keeping your mouth closed actually reshapes your jaw. It's why you'll notice that, especially like now that I'm about to leave high school, I'm seeing this. There are kids my age who look like they're 7. And that is alarming, dude. There are some ugly mofos, as I'll call them. And that's not really their fault. They just don't know any better. Now, why are they ugly? It's simply because they breathe wrong and their jaws are underdeveloped. And I'm not kidding you on this one. Like, your jaw will be underdeveloped if you breathe with your mouth more than your nose. Your jawline will recede, and then you look like how do I say this kindly? You look like a little kid. You look like a little kid who has grown up, but the little kid is like, you're still a little kid. It's weird, and you look weird. Okay, luckily we're nice kind of in the modern day, so you're not gonna be ostracized for it like you would probably be in like 1840. But nonetheless, it is a problem, and you gotta fix it, right? And it is a simple fix. It's and jaw working and all that is its own thing, but it's breathing correctly and eating hard foods mostly. That'll fix that. But so you can be more attractive by breathing, right? But breathing through your nose controls the airflow, which will help control your heart rate, which will make you less anxious and more in control of yourself and things of that nature. Help you control your thoughts more, help you be more at ease. And even when exercising too, of course, again, like we're playing basketball for 2 hours and we're in the middle of a game, I'm going to be breathing with my mouth because I need a lot of air. But if I can remind myself to breathe through my nose, it will lower my heart rate a little bit and control like oxygen flow through my bloodstream, which will in turn help me like maintain like stamina and brain control, help me be more present. So if I can never remember to do that, that's important. But here's the biggest thing that I could have done today that I want you to carry on throughout the rest of this week and remember to do this. I have an alarm set on my phone not an alarm, it's a little reminder. Almost every hour it goes off and it just says, breathe as deep as you can or do a physiological breath. And when I say breathe as deep as you can, I didn't know this for the longest time, but my deep breath wasn't a deep breath. Always for my entire life, because nobody knows any better. And I'm not blaming my parents because nobody knows any better. This is just stuff being like discovered now. But a full breath isn't in your chest. And I never understood how to breathe any deeper than my chest. There was a block in my stomach. And as men's, and then here comes the spirituality, which is the most important part of self-improvement. Don't argue me on that. And that's just how it is, okay? There's more to life than that. That's a whole nother video. But there's a block in my stomach and in most men's stomach now. And as men, our power comes from there in terms of energy and just like strength. And you'll also learn this if you do like things like yoga and other things that like this is like our energy sources. You can't see, But, I have a stomach, so I'm poking it right now. But there is a block there that we're conditioned to have, and it's like a kink. And it's like kinking the hose. So our energy flow is all screwed up. And so lack of self-control and cravings and all kinds of other problems that we have oftentimes come from that. And anxiety comes from there too a lot of the times. I'm trying to breathe more. But through unkinking this power source, we're able to have a better flow mentally and emotionally and feel more confident in ourselves and more present is what I'm trying to get at, especially right now. So, today, when I was fiending for sugar or for, other things, and luckily, like, I caught myself after eating the sugar. I was like, this is gonna get worse if I don't do something. But it is simply being able to, no matter where you are, drop everything, look down at your stomach. No, actually, I'm gonna go like this just so you can see. Okay. So you put a hand on your chest and put a hand on your stomach, right? And you're gonna do this with me because, I'm here. What else am I good for? Okay. Look. So we're going to try to get our left hand to move before our right hand does. This is how we take a full breath. And a lot of times you're not going to be able to do it. And that's okay. Because for years, for 17 years of my life, I had no clue about this. And it's obviously hurt me. I would be less impulsive and I would be less scared and cope less. And just honestly suck at life less if I understood this from a young age. But I didn't. Okay? Here we go. We're going to take 5 breaths. The point of this is to become in tune with the breath and recenter and slow down. Okay? Here we go. Here goes 1. And try to get these really long. So we're going to see if the first breath works. Here we go. Okay. First breath. My stomach moved first and then my chest. But because I'm sitting in a chair, this is why I really dislike school. I can't breathe fully when I'm sitting. It's not possible. I've done it maybe twice ever. I can breathe fully when I'm laying down and if I'm standing properly, but almost never when I'm sitting. It's frustrating. Okay. Let me try this. Get rid of this and get rid of this. That's all cope. Who needs freaking pillows, dude? I need to sit more at a natural angle. Okay, let's give this a try, okay? Here we go. Same thing. Second breath. Oh, there goes my alarm. Hold on. I'm almost done with you, okay? Don't worry. We'll do 3 breaths because I don't want to waste your time. You got things to do, King. All right, ready? Second breath. It was closer. The thing I'm going to tell you about after this will help you if you feeling like you're blocked. A little bit. Okay, last breath. That was better. That was more full. I felt it rise up higher into my chest at the end, which is good. But okay, I mentioned physiological breath a couple minutes ago. If you're feeling like you're blocked somewhere or you're feeling stressed or you can't get the full breath, this is the quickest way that doesn't just the quickest and simplest way to help with that. Physiological breath is when you breathe as deep as you can, doesn't matter how deep, but at the moment breathe as deep as you can. And once you're like dying because you're so full of air, you're going to snort in the last amount that you possibly can. So it's basically like this. Ready? There we go. And it looks weird. Maybe nobody's actually gonna freaking notice because you realize how much like people snort nowadays, and I don't mean like anything with drugs. I literally mean just like you hear people go. You know what I mean? So no one's gonna notice, but that has been proven to relieve stress. We've seen like apparently dogs do it, and so yeah, it relieves stress. But the reason I want you to focus on breathing again today, I'm gonna be done with you guys, but we don't always have time to meditate. I meditate first thing in the morning, but throughout the rest of the day, I'm not meditating. So I'm not present the entire day, obviously. And so, in order to combat that, I need to be able to come back in contact with myself and my body and my surroundings and just be in my body right now. So it's like right now I'm like looking at my feet, like feeling the sensation of the ground and like slapping it, because people don't do this enough and it makes us stressed. Just come back to earth. Feel yourself again, feel alive again, right? And the breath helps. And also the breath helps you, again, these deep breaths will help you slow down, and then whatever it was tempting you turns more into a thought than a temptation or a way of being, right? If we are living impulsively and not staying in tune with ourselves, then what's going to happen is you're going to be controlled by thoughts, because your thoughts are emotionally charged and you're attached to them. And we all live this way for some reason. Monkey brain. Like, it's just how it is naturally, but this is how we combat that. Taking a deep breath, and probably taking like 5 or 10, will allow you... Okay, I'm actually breathing deeper now, thank goodness, but I feel so good. But what it's going to do is turn these impulses and these emotions and these temptations more into a concept. And then you're going to realize, oh, I'm wanting to relapse on my my no-fap streak. But I can see that that's not... I'm on a dopamine detox right now. I've made the goal. I've made the choice, the decision that I am staying away from worldly pleasures, worldly, what should I call them? Evils, really. And not today. We don't have to worry about tomorrow. Not today. Just not right now. One more breath. I'm going to text someone I love. I'm going to go apologize to my brother about something I did. I don't know. I'm going to go outside. That helps. Trust me. Going outside is the best thing you can do. Sometimes. Okay. I think that's good. That's good for today. So I have an alarm, or not, it's not an alarm, it's just a tiny notification that's basically silent. I only see it if I check my phone. I'm like, oh, it said to do this. And yeah, it's a deep / physiological breath. Dude, once you start breathing good, like, it's the best feeling in the world. It just feels amazing. You feel full of life. And I feel better now because I've been doing it. I was kind of frustrated earlier, so this will make the detox easier. I just talked for a really long time. I hope you stuck with me. If you need more suggestions of things to do, go for it. I just feel like the most likely there are things you need to do and you're just not realizing it, and that's fine. I've done the same thing. I could have spent more time either working on school, or I could have made this video sooner and done yoga sooner, and that's on me for not being present or conscious, not living in the foreground. And that's bad. It's frustrating. But what isn't? It's growth. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow for day 3. Stay strong again. Comment down below. Talk to each other if there's anything you want to talk about. If you have questions, if you want to log your progress, if you want to ask me something, go for it. Okay. I'll see you in 24 hours. Have a good day.